Hello, folks. Friday's a day when people traditionally do the Stations of the Cross. So I thought, first of all, I would talk a little bit about the Stations of the Cross and then give you some suggestions on how you might do them. First of all, St. Francis of Assisi is the one who came up with the idea of doing Stations of the Cross. And he responded to the people that really like to go to the Holy Land and see the various sites where Jesus suffered and died. But he realized that most people don't have the ability to go to the Holy Land, and so he suggested that in churches they make a number of places that they put a cross with a number. The numbers 1 through 14, and that people would go to their local church and they would pray, thinking about different things, like Jesus fell the first time, Jesus fell the second time, the third time, Jesus meets his mother, all the things that we're familiar with in the Stations of the Cross. So since that time, every church has at least the numbers and the crosses. Many of them, like our church, also has depictions of the Stations of the Cross. So you can see over my shoulders, a few of the stations. And it's a reminder. There are a lot of people that come every Friday and do them. We do them in the afternoon and the evening. I'm going to suggest a couple of ways you can do them, particularly if you have access to the stations and know what they are. You could just do them on your own and kind of think and pray about each station. That's a good way to do it. Bishop Barron has the Stations of the Cross online. I would really recommend that. He gives a reflection about each station, and it's a very good thing to do. The other day, I mentioned for the people that have smartphones, the website called Laudate, Laudate. Laudate is a word for praise. And so if you Google that, or just go to the App Store and get the app Laudate, you can do the Stations of the Cross. It will give you all of them, and it's rather easy to do. So that would be something I would recommend to you. I'm also going to recommend a couple things. The Pope made a video today at noon, I guess Rome time, in St. Peter's Square. I've not seen the video yet myself, but Joan Agresta told me it's a very moving video. It brought her to tears. She might cry a little easier than I do, I don't know, but I haven't seen it yet, but I will later on. I'd recommend that to you. Certainly a good thing to see. Pat McHenry sent me an article by Bill Gates that is worth reading. It reminds us that we're all equal, and I'm sure if you Google that, you can get that. I am going to make a video on Sunday. I'm not going to do the Mass, because as I said in one of the other videos, I think it's easy enough for you to find Mass at different locations. Even the diocese live streams it at 9:30 every morning. They're doing daily Masses, and they'll do Sunday Mass too. So you can get Mass, and it will have music and all that sort of thing. We can't do the long videos right now with the equipment that we have. Ours is very primitive indeed, but you can get Mass that way. But I am going to do a short homily. I know you're thinking, can Sweeney do a short homily? I assure you it will be short. It's about Lazarus being raised to the dead. So if you get a chance to do the reading, since the reading is very long, I'll just summarize the reading and then give a very short reflection about that. And that'll be on Sunday that I'll do that. During this time, I would continue to encourage you to try to be staying separate physically from one another, but connected to each other by way of telephone and email and any electronic meeting that you can do. I think it's important that we see ourselves as united. This morning I was involved in a video conference with the teachers, and all the teachers were online in a thing called Zoom. I don't know much about these technical things, but people helped me with it, and I was able to participate in this too. But it was a faculty meeting with all the teachers. We prayed together, and Sue Poley walked us through a number of things. It was a very good thing to do indeed. So life goes on. We continue to try to do things and try to do things in the best way we can, but we're doing them separately, but supporting each other as we do it. The other thing, I was talking to Father Spizak this afternoon, and he told me St. Mary's in Chardon is continuing with their fish fries, but obviously you can't eat in the restaurant. You have to, it's all takeout. But people in great numbers are showing up and taking out food. So if you're interested in takeout, you can do that this Friday, this afternoon. So we have to do things differently during this time, but we can do things that are at least familiar. So that's what I have to offer today. Keep praying for each other and keep praying for those who are sick, praying that God would give them the strength that they need at this time. And may God bless each and every one of you and your families. Thank you.